Georgie. That's me. I'm Georgie. Yeah, so today we're going to continue our story of Joshua. Yeah, last week we talked about how he took over from Moses and then Moses died, and so Joshua became the leader of the Israelites. Yeah, and so God was going to show that he was with Joshua in a pretty big way. And so when they came to the... Kevin, what are you doing? I'm here to be a spy. That was last week. There's no spies in today's story. What am I supposed to do? Well, I don't know. I don't really have a part for you. Oh, come on. There's got to be something I can do. Oh, didn't need that hat anyway. Well, oh, come on. You know you got something for me. Oh, you know what? You could be a Jericho warrior. Ooh, that sounds good. I could be a warrior-like. Yeah. So you'll be inside the city. You could even be on the wall. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna tear up them Israelites when they come after us. Yeah, apparently he's not read the story. Anyway, we're gonna be looking at the story. But like I was saying, God was with Joshua, and so they needed to cross the Jordan River, and so he did something like he did with Moses. When they got to the water, he sent the Ark of the Covenant and the priests that were carrying it. They went into the water, and as soon as they stepped in the waters, they split in half. Yep, they stopped flowing. And so all the people crossed the Jordan River, even though it was on flood stage, they crossed on dry ground, just like they had done 40 years ago with the Red Sea and Moses. Yeah, so everybody knew that God was with Joshua. So anyway, they got ready to invade the city of Jericho because they were going to have to fight to take over the land that God had sent them to and gave them. Yeah, and so Jericho, like we said last time, has this huge wall all the way around it. And the people were big and mean, but they all knew that the Israelites, God was with them. And they were all kind of afraid. And so here comes the Israelites. They needed a battle plan. Well, that's what they thought. But then Joshua was out walking around and he saw this guy. Hang on. All right, the story starts in really the end of chapter 5 of Joshua. And that's where he met this guy. He was out there and he was holding a sword in his hand. And Joshua said, "Are you for us or for our enemies?" And the guy said, "Well, I'm not with either one of you. I'm the commander of the Lord's army. You better take off your shoes because you're on holy ground." So Joshua took off those shoes. Yeah. And the angel told him that God was going to fight this battle for him. And so all they had to do was do what he said. And so here's what God's battle plan was. It's kind of weird. Is it my turn yet? Not yet. Hang on. You're on day 7. Oh, okay. So every day you're going to march around the city with the priests that are carrying the Ark of the Covenant and priests with trumpets in front of the Ark of the Covenant. And you're going to have all your fighting men. And they're going to walk around too. And they're going to walk around the city one time. Yeah. And then you're going to do that every day for 6 days. On the 7th day, you're going to walk around the city 7 times. Yeah. And then on that 7th time, you got something special to do. So Joshua went back and he told all the people, and they got them all together. And they started walking around the city. On the first day, they walked 1 time. And they did that for 6 days. And on the 7th day, they walked around it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And on the 7th time, you know what happened? They blew their horns and they shouted to the Lord. And guess what? Is it my turn yet? Yeah, just stand right here. Right here? Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Well, you're just supposed to stand there. I thought I was fighting. Well, no, see, God actually fought the battle for the Israelites. I don't get to bust some heads today. No. Actually, you just need to stand on that mark. Because when the Israelites walked around it on the 7th time and they blew their trumpets and they shouted, the walls fell down. What? The walls fell down? Yeah, they just fell down. Whoa. You just threw rocks at me? Actually, they were stones from the wall. You threw stones at me? Well, they weren't real stones. They were just, foam stones. They're my little brothers. You threw foam stones at me? Well, it was part of the story. Ha ha. We'll talk about this later. Anyway, yeah, so the armies, they came rushing in and they fought the people that were left over, except for Rahab. Remember her? She was a lady that lived in the wall and she helped the spies. And they had that red rope in her window, and everybody in her house and her family were there, and they were all spared. Yeah, because they did what they were told to do. Yeah. And so that was the Battle of Jericho. God wanted everybody to know that he was the one that fought the battle. And so they had a really kind of wild battle plan. But it worked because they obeyed God. And God wants us to obey him just like they did. Sometimes we think, God wants me to do that? That's weird. That's crazy. Nope, God knows what he's talking about. Hang on a second. Guys, this is my big brother Kevin, and he did a great job today. Thanks so much for helping me. I didn't mean to throw rocks at you. I probably should have told you that. That was kind of mean. Will you forgive me? Yeah, I forgive you. That was kind of cool, actually. Good. Well, thanks so much for watching our video today, and thanks again, Kevin, for helping me and all that kind of stuff. It was great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna borrow those stones and tell that story to Mark. Okay. We'll see you later. Well, maybe you can tell other people about the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. Just don't throw real rocks at them. Remember, these were foam. Yeah. Anyway, well, thanks so much for watching our video, and we'll see you next time here on Bible Stories with Georgie. Bye.